can. I know he can. I know he will. I know he will. I know he can. I know he can. I know he will. I know he will. I know he can. I know he can. I know he will. I know he will. Oh, yes, 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 I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, praise him, Sister Phyllis. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the St. James Show. Tonight, we are just having a little watch party. We are going to get right into the speech of Kamala Harris. Kick back, relax. Let's watch it together. Let's just make that thing work. Hopefully, we'll have some good times with it. Let's see where they're at right now.
Mom, you taught her about standing up for what's right and protecting the people you love.
Let's go right.
Kamala carries the lessons.
Daughters grow up in a world with fewer rights than our mothers.
Because she's never been afraid to stand up to powerful interests.
Sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open. Sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that door down.
Kick it down.
Excuse my language.
Now, she's running for president, still fighting for families like the one she grew up with.
Our campaign is about saying we trust the people. We're saying we just want fairness. We want dignity for all people. And we are a work in progress. We haven't yet quite reached all of those ideals, but we will die trying because we love our country. We believe in our country. We're not falling for these folks who are trying to divide us, trying to pull us apart. We know what we stand for, and we stand for the people, and we stand for the dignity of work, and we stand for freedom. We stand for justice. We stand for equality. And so we will fight for all of it.
That's who Kamala Harris is. That's what she believes, and that's what she'll fight for every day.
Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris.
everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Oh my goodness. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay, we got to get to some business. We got to get to some business. Okay, thank you all. Okay. Thank you, 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 please, thank you, please, thank you so very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, let's get to business. Let's get to business. All right. So let me start by thanking my most incredible husband, Doug, for being an incredible partner to me, an incredible father to Cole and Ella, and happy anniversary, Dougie. I love you so very much. To our President, Joe Biden. When I think about the path that we have traveled together, Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary, as history will show, and your character is inspiring. And Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever thankful to you both. And to Coach Tim Walz, you are going to be an incredible vice president.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And to the delegates and everyone who has put your faith in our campaign, your support is humbling. So, America, the path that led me here in recent weeks was no doubt unexpected. But I'm no stranger to unlikely journeys. So, my mother, our mother, Kamala Harris, had one of her own. And I miss her every day, and especially right now. And I know she's looking down, smiling. I know that. So my mother was 19 when she crossed the world alone, traveling from India to California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist who would cure breast cancer. When she finished school, she was supposed to return home to a traditional arranged marriage. But as fate would have it, she met my father, Donald Harris, a student from Jamaica. They fell in love and got married, and that act of self-determination made my sister Maya and me. Growing up, we moved a lot. I will always remember that big Mayflower truck packed with all our belongings, ready to go to Illinois, to Wisconsin, and wherever our parents' jobs took us. My early memories of our parents together are very joyful ones. A home filled with laughter and music, Aretha, Coltrane, and Miles. At the park, my mother would say, "Stay close." But my father would say, as he smiled, "Run, Kamala, run. Don't be afraid. Don't let anything stop you."
From my earliest years, he taught me to be fearless. But the harmony between my parents did not last. When I was in elementary school, they split up, and it was mostly my mother who raised us. Before she could finally afford to buy a home, she rented a small apartment in the East Bay. In the Bay, you either live in the hills or the flatlands. We lived in the flats, a beautiful working class neighborhood of firefighters, nurses, and construction workers, all who tended their lawns with pride. My mother, she worked long hours, and like many working parents, she leaned on a trusted circle to help raise us. Mrs. Shelton, who ran the daycare below us and became a second mother. Uncle Sherman, Aunt Mary, Uncle Freddie, Auntie Chris, none of them family by blood, and all of them family by love. Family who taught us how to make gumbo, how to play chess, and sometimes even let us win. Family who loved us, believed in us, and told us we could be anything and do anything. They instilled in us the values they personified: community, faith, and the importance of treating others as you would want to be treated, with kindness, respect, and compassion. My mother was a brilliant, 5-foot-tall brown woman with an accent. And as the eldest child, I saw how the world would sometimes treat her. But my mother never lost her cool. She was tough, courageous, a trailblazer in the fight for women's health, and she taught Maya and me a lesson that Michelle mentioned the other night. She taught us to never complain about injustice, but do something about it. Do something about it. That was my mother. And she taught us, and she also taught us, and never do anything half-assed. And that is a direct quote. A direct quote. I grew up immersed in the ideals of the civil rights movement. My parents had met at a civil rights gathering, and they made sure that we learned about civil rights leaders, including the lawyers like Thurgood Marshall and Constance Baker Motley, those who battled in the courtroom to make real the promise of America. So at a young age, I decided I wanted to do that work. I wanted to be a lawyer. And when it came time to choose the type of law I would pursue, I reflected on a pivotal moment in my life. You see, when I was in high school, I started to notice something about my best friend, Wanda. She was sad at school, and there were times she didn't want to go home. So one day I asked if everything was all right, and she confided in me that she was being sexually abused by her stepfather. And I immediately told her she had to come stay with us, and she did. This is one of the reasons I became a prosecutor, to protect people like Wanda, because I believe everyone has a right to safety, to dignity, and to justice. As a prosecutor, when I had a case, I charged it not in the name of the victim, but in the name of the people. For a simple reason. In our system of justice, a harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us. And I would often explain this to console survivors of crime, to remind them no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together. And every day in the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge and I said 5 words: Kamala Harris for the people. And to be clear, my entire career, I've only had one client, the people. And so, on behalf of the people, on behalf of every American, regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of my mother and everyone who has ever set out on their own unlikely journey, on behalf of Americans like the people I grew up with, people who work hard, chase their dreams, and look out for one another, on behalf of everyone whose story could only be written in the greatest nation on earth, I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America. And with this election, our nation with this election has a precious, fleeting opportunity to move past the bitterness, cynicism, and divisive battles of the past, a chance to chart a new way forward. Not as members of any one party or faction, but as Americans. And let me say, I know there are people of various political views watching tonight, and I want you to know, I promise to be a president for all Americans. You can always trust me to put country above party and self, to hold sacred America's fundamental principles, from the rule of law to free and fair elections to the peaceful transfer of power. I will be a president who unites us around our highest aspirations, a president who leads and listens, who is realistic, practical, and has common sense, and always fights for the American people. From the courthouse to the White House, that has been my life's work. As a young courtroom prosecutor in Oakland, California, I stood up for women and children against predators who abuse them. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big banks, delivered $20 billion for middle-class families who faced foreclosure, and helped pass a homeowner bill of rights, one of the first of its kind in the nation. I stood up for veterans and students being scammed by big for-profit colleges, for workers who are being cheated out of their wages, the wages they were due, for seniors facing elder abuse. I fought against the cartels who traffic in guns and drugs and human beings, who threaten the security of our border and the safety of our communities. And I will tell you, these fights were not easy, and neither were the elections that put me in those offices. We were underestimated at practically every turn, but we never gave up, because the future is always worth fighting for. And that's the fight we are in right now, a fight for America's future. Fellow Americans, this election is not only the most important of our lives, it is one of the most important in the life of our nation. In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man. But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious. Consider not only the chaos and calamity when he was in office, but also the gravity of what has happened since he lost the last election. Donald Trump tried to throw away your votes. When he failed, he sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol, where they assaulted law enforcement officers. When politicians in his own party begged him to call off the mob and send help, he did the opposite. He fanned the flames. And now, for an entirely different set of crimes, he was found guilty of fraud by a jury of everyday Americans, and separately found liable for committing sexual abuse. And consider what he intends to do if we give him power again. Consider his explicit intent to set free violent extremists who assaulted those law enforcement officers at the Capitol. His explicit intent to jail journalists, political opponents, and anyone he sees as the enemy. His explicit intent to deploy our active duty military against our own citizens. Consider the power he will have, especially after the United States Supreme Court just ruled that he would be immune from criminal prosecution. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails, and how he would use the immense powers of the presidency of the United States, not to improve your life, not to strengthen our national security, but to serve the only client he has ever had, himself. And we know what a second Trump term would look like. It's all laid out in Project 2025, written by his closest advisors, and its sum total is to pull our country back to the past. But America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back to when Donald Trump tried to cut Social Security and Medicare. We are not going back to when he tried to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions, We are not going to let him eliminate the Department of Education that funds our public schools. We are not going to let him end programs like Head Start that provide preschool and childcare for our children. America, we are not going back. And we are charting a new way forward to a future with a strong and growing middle class, because we know a strong middle class has always been critical to America's success. And building that middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. And I'll tell you, this is personal for me. The middle class is where I come from. My mother kept a strict budget. We lived within our means, yet we wanted for little. And she expected us to make the most of the opportunities that were available to us and to be grateful for them. Because as she taught us, opportunity is not available to everyone. That's why we will create what I call an opportunity economy where everyone has the chance to compete and a chance to succeed. Whether you live in a rural area, small town, or big city. And as president, I will bring together labor and workers and small business owners and entrepreneurs and American companies to create jobs, to grow our economy, and to lower the cost of everyday needs like healthcare and housing and groceries. We will provide access to capital for small business owners and entrepreneurs and founders. And we will end America's housing shortage and protect Social Security and Medicare. Now compare that to Donald Trump, because I think everyone here knows he doesn't actually fight for the middle class. He doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Instead, he fights for himself and his billionaire friends. And he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. And all the while, he intends to enact what in effect is a national sales tax, call it a Trump tax, that would raise prices on middle-class families by almost $4,000 a year. Well, instead of a Trump tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans. Friends, I believe America cannot truly be prosperous unless Americans are fully able to make their own decisions about their own lives, especially on matters of heart and home. But tonight in America, too many women are not able to make those decisions. And let's be clear about how we got here. Donald Trump handpicked members of the United States Supreme Court to take away reproductive freedom. And now he brags about it. In his words, quote, "I did it and I'm proud to have done it," end quote. Well, I'll tell you, over the past 2 years, I've traveled across our country, and women have told me their stories. Husbands and fathers have shared theirs. Stories of women miscarrying in a parking lot, developing sepsis, losing the ability to ever again have children, all because doctors are afraid they may go to jail for caring for their patients, couples just trying to grow their family, cut off in the middle of IVF treatments, children who have survived sexual assault, potentially being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. This is what's happening in our country because of Donald Trump. And understand, he is not done. As a part of his agenda, he and his allies would limit access to birth control, ban medication abortion, and enact a nationwide abortion ban with or without Congress. And get this, he plans to create a national anti-abortion coordinator and force states to report on women's miscarriages and abortions. Simply put, they are out of their minds. And one must ask, why exactly is it that they don't trust women? Well, we trust women. We trust women. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. In this election, many other fundamental freedoms are at stake. The freedom to live safe from gun violence in our schools, communities, and places of worship. The freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. The freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water and live free from the pollution that fuels the climate crisis. And the freedom that unlocks all the others, the freedom to vote. With this election, we finally have the opportunity to pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the Freedom to Vote Act. And let me be clear. After decades in law enforcement, I know the importance of safety and security, especially at our border. Last year, Joe and I brought together Democrats and conservative Republicans to write the strongest border bill in decades. The Border Patrol endorsed it. But Donald Trump believes a border deal would hurt his campaign. So he ordered his allies in Congress to kill the deal. Well, I refuse to play politics with our security, and here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law. I know we can live up to our proud heritage as a nation of immigrants and reform our broken immigration system. We can create an earned pathway to citizenship and secure our border. And America, we must also be steadfast in advancing our security and values abroad. As Vice President, I have confronted threats to our security, negotiated with foreign leaders, strengthened our alliances, and engaged with our brave troops overseas. As Commander-in-Chief, I will ensure America always has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world, And I will fulfill our sacred obligation to care for our troops and their families, and I will always honor and never disparage their service and their sacrifice. I will make sure that we lead the world into the future on space and artificial intelligence, that America, not China, wins the competition for the 21st century, and that we strengthen, not abdicate, our global leadership. Trump, on the other hand, threatened to abandon NATO. He encouraged Putin to invade our allies, said Russia could, quote, do whatever the hell they want. 5 days before Russia attacked Ukraine, I met with President Zelensky to warn him about Russia's plan to invade. I helped mobilize a global response, over 50 countries, to defend against Putin's aggression. And as president, I will stand strong with Ukraine and our NATO allies. With respect to the war in Gaza, President Biden and I are working around the clock, because now is the time to get a hostage deal and a ceasefire deal done. And let me be clear, I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself, because the people of Israel must never again face the horror that a terrorist organization called Hamas caused on October 7, including unspeakable sexual violence and the massacre of young people at a music festival. At the same time, what has happened in Gaza over the past 10 months is devastating. So many innocent lives lost. Desperate, hungry people fleeing for safety over and over again. The scale of suffering is heartbreaking. President Biden and I are working to end this war such that Israel is secure, the hostages are released, the suffering in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity, security, freedom, and self-determination. And know this, I will never hesitate to take whatever action is necessary to defend our forces and our interests against Iran and Iran-backed terrorists. I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un, who are rooting for Trump, Because, you know, they know he is easy to manipulate with flattery and favors. They know Trump won't hold autocrats accountable because he wants to be an autocrat himself. And as president, I will never waver in defense of America's security and ideals, because in the enduring struggle between democracy and tyranny, I know where I stand, and I know where the United States belongs. So fellow Americans, I love our country with all my heart. Everywhere I go, in everyone I meet, I see a nation that is ready to move forward, ready for the next step in the incredible journey that is America. I see an America where we hold fast to the fearless belief that built our nation and inspired the world. That here, in this country, anything is possible, that nothing is out of reach. An America where we care for one another, look out for one another, and recognize that we have so much more in common than what separates us. That none of us has to fail for all of us to succeed. And that in unity there is strength. You know, our opponents in this race are out there every day denigrating America, talking about how terrible everything is. Well, my mother had another lesson she used to teach. Never let anyone tell you who you are. You show them who you are. America, let us show each other and the world who we are and what we stand for. Freedom, opportunity, compassion, dignity, fairness, and endless possibilities. We are the heirs to the greatest democracy in the history of the world. And on behalf of our children and our grandchildren and all those who sacrificed so dearly for our freedom and liberty, we must be worthy of this moment. It is now our turn to do what generations before us have done, guided by optimism and faith, to fight for this country we love, to fight for the ideals we cherish, and to uphold the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth, the privilege and pride of being an American. So let's get out there, let's fight for it, let's get out there, let's vote for it, and together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told. Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you all.
Well, what's up, everybody? What do you think? What do you think? Was it a good speech or what? My. Can you guys hear me? Put a one in if you can hear me, because I wanted to mute the audio of that, because that is our wonderful Kamala. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, we don't want to get flagged. You know, Miss Beyonce will flag you so quick, your head will spin. Lokovic says, good speech. Look at the hubby. Ray has something smart to say. Let's see. It was still a little light on the plan. Okay, but good nonetheless. And you know what? I think it's kind of wise to not go so deep in regards to over planning. You know what they say, under promise, over deliver. So we can sit out here and she can sit out here and talk about all the plans and everything that she has going, but main stuff, stick to the main thing, and then surprise us. Under promise, over deliver. Uncle Paul says the plan will come over the next few weeks. Yes, because we know Trump has always over promised and under delivered. Love forever. So yeah, we don't need a whole bunch of promises. We don't need another hero. So do we really need to hear a whole bunch of yeah? He's going to have the best this, and he has the best that. He's going to have the greatest this. No, we don't need to hear all that. Actions. Yeah, and pretty much a motivational speech. That's pretty much what it is. Beautiful family she has. Yeah, details come at the debate. You're right, Rosalind, because that's where he's lacking. That's where all his lies will come, and she'll just throw it out there with details. I love how she was putting in there some things in the background that she has been doing over the years during her time as a VP. So that helps. Yeah. Maya short like her mom. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, Madam President, Jay Sharp said it was excellent, and I think it was good. I mean, so much since her being a woman, since her being a Black woman, we are just unfortunately always wanting to make them go over and above what the regular person would want to do. So I'd say it was good. I think we're on the right road to democracy. Where was the Pontus? That's interesting. The thing about it, Kim. I mean, he's sick. I think he ain't well. I think they shot him up with a few things to do his speech and stuff, but I don't think he got time to be coming to all this stuff. He needs to be somewhere laid up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be on the BS, Sean. He's just gonna do his regular stuff. So as I said, under promise, over deliver. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for promises. No. We're not looking for that, because I think we're in a time right now where we need to turn some things around. So forget all that mess. So the DNC is over, y'all. Over. 4 days of evangelism and revival. Who was on tonight that was good? We had her sister talked. Pink, you know what? Pink sung, and I've always thought Pink was a really good singer. Nice, clear, beautiful voice. I don't care about her being white. The girl can flat out sing. So I appreciated Pink tonight, So yeah. I think that's just what we need to expect, Tim Walsh yesterday. I mean, I have confidence in him, and what the confidence I have? I have the confidence that his folks will trust in him, because that's what we need now, y'all. She couldn't get another Black man. She couldn't get another woman. She needed to get one of those good old hometown Dukes of Hazzards type of Caucasian persuasions. And I think she did a good job. The son did a great job with that crying. Oh, he was good. You know, so they look like a good old American family. Because you got to think, we don't want to think about the worst, but you have to think about what's in people's mind. Something happened to her. Who's going to take on the mantle? You know, so I think people may have some trust in this Waltz guy. You know, not saying that he's the savior of the world, but I think it may be, people may look at him and say, okay, I'll go ahead and vote for her in order to, you know, since she got him on the ticket. Let me see. I wish it was a way to block. Man, let me tell you, and I keep on putting stop on my phone, and I hate that they're on X, they're on your Instagram. You know, on Facebook, you can say hi, but you know, they'll still trickle on through. I wish I can hide each and every one of them, Carla. I am with you. At the stadium. Oh, ain't that cleanup crew gonna be something fierce? Oh, balloons, and I don't know how many people fit in there. I know it's like, it got to be what, 20,000, 30,000 people, maybe something like that. Yeah. When you look at the stage, doesn't the stage look a more American instead of always seeing just that blanket of vanillaism? You know, the stage looks like America to me. Doesn't look like, now the homeboy in the back, he's really starch. But it looks like America, and I think that's the most important part that we need to really stress about, you know, to everyone. Like I said, these Republicans that are, and Lord knows I ain't got nothing against no Republicans, you know, because I've, you know, gone with a few of their talking points myself at times. But, you know, are you Christian? You Christian and Republican, or are you Trump Republican? You know, that's a different type of Republican there. So very 31 flavors. Yes, very much so. But isn't that America? 31 flavors. We don't need this blanket of baloney. We just don't need it. No. Sean said she got emotional. All right, Sean. You dip it into your feminine side. Sean got emotional. Whoever was a DNC planning committee this year deserve an Emmy and an Oscar and a 60-day paid vacation. This was one of the best, well put together. And guess who did the music? Our favorite, one of our favorites, all those beautiful intros, all the playing for the musicians and all the setting up. Ricky Minor. Ricky Minor did the music, and he's been doing, you know, Grammy Award music, all of our award shows. Ricky Minor is the GOAT when it comes to orchestrating that band. So, yeah. So shout out to Ricky Minor, and the music this week was just outstanding. It really was. The Orange Man, he gonna say his crowd was bigger. Of course, he has the largest crowd. Martin Luther King size crowds. You know, Farrakhan, he has the crowds. That's what he does. But hey, proof is in the pudding, and I think people would start looking at things as they are and not as you think they are, or they're telling you they are. Look at things as they are. Mm-hmm. They're not playing on the Secret Service yet. They looking and booking. Now, while Orange Man is standing behind bulletproof glass where he go, you know, or bulletproof whatever, where he's going around doing his speeches, running scared. I don't know. Somebody said you didn't get. I don't know what happened with your ear, because you seem to have healed up miraculously and quickly. Ricky is a legend, and somebody was in touch with that young and urban people are attracted. Yes, yeah. And I think Ricky knows how to pick the right people. You know, just to, you know, he knows how to change with the times, even musically. So they picked the right person to do the DNC. Yes, he gonna lie, and lie some more. That's what he will do. So we ain't even gonna, you know, we ain't even gonna question that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad we were able to kind of watch it together. I'm gonna stop it right now. I'm glad we were able to kind of watch together. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of Yang BET. I've been playing this every night. You think they would have, huh? BET and TV One. Yes, Ray. You would have thought that would really help boost the visibility of Kamala, but or at least her segment. I mean, they at least could have stopped and played her segment, but I don't know if that leads into not being fair in regards to not doing that for the RNC. I don't know how that goes into it. Good evening, Goonies. Now, Goonies, you was over there cutting up on William McCrae's page the other day. He blocked you once, and I think you went and got on your other page, and I think he blocked you again over there. William don't like you coming in speaking to me and not speaking to him. He don't like that kind of going on. He was real upset last night. Y'all wasn't buying his pretty boy in a bottle. William said he wasn't coming on no more. He was tired of y'all Negroes. Y'all don't support. He said Larry told him not to come on if y'all not going to support. Now, Goonies, he was back on tonight. So he was prophesying tonight and speaking in tongues. So he back. He's over at Goonies. So just go over there on your other platform, on your other name, and go on over there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they want to be neutral, Kim. Yeah. It's for women too, Kim. Pretty boy in a bottle. My only thing, and I want to share it with William, but I don't know if he'll receive it, because he doesn't. People like to know what's going on their body and going inside their body. People, when I go buy a product, I don't care how much you tell me it's going to do for me and what it's going to do for me, and it's the cure-all for everything that I'm going to do. I need to read the ingredients. And a lot of people now don't want a whole lot of, they want stuff with vegan type ingredients. They don't want stuff with a lot of preservatives and animal stuff and all that stuff. But he doesn't want to release his ingredients because he's afraid of being infiltrated. Somebody is going to do him like alleged Larry Reid and Vincent Hill did him and swipe him of his stuff. But that could hurt him because, like I said, people want to know what's going on and in their body. Okay? Chantal, I'm sorry, I just came by that. Show me some results and research. Yes. And I also want to know, has anybody did any thing? And I want everybody to win. But we can't just come out here and say, I can't come out to y'all and say, here, buy this. Hurry up. Come on, just buy it. No, I got to explain to you, this is this, it has this in it. You can go to this website, read up on the ingredients, see if it's something that you can use. I appreciate your support, but I'm not going to bully you into supporting me because, just blindly. I want you to be able to support me and love and appreciate what you're supporting. Yeah. Yeah, he got very offended, Princess, about that. That's what I'm saying. And people have allergies. People, their bodies react a certain way. I know I can't put everything on my skin. So I find myself reading bottles of everything, whether it be food, whether it be deodorant, whether it be face creams or whatever. We have to read stuff. And if he's not willing, I don't know how many bottles will be sold. What'd you say? I just think the face cream is his market. Maybe church hats. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that would work. Like church hats, a style of hat. All that would work. I think that, I don't know. It has kind of the covering on it is a picture that he's had on Facebook, on his social media, and that's the covering for the bottle. So I don't know if I didn't see any ingredients. So I don't know. But I wish he would kind of do something else, because people with allergies, people with that can't do certain things. No, they're not gonna go. Candles, there you go. Candles is good. Fancy bedazzled pillows. He had the bedazzled tumblers that this woman had made. I guess he was going to sell those. Now, I bought a t-shirt and never got my t-shirt, but that's neither here nor there. I didn't even want the money back. I was just supporting. But let the record reflect. I never got mine. I even paid for the online to go on his online service. I don't think the website ever came to fruition. I'm not sure. Maybe it's still in fruition. But my thing is, at this point, you support because you just want to support. Don't support thinking you're going to get something in return. Now, if you're a supporter that wants something in return, tangible, then you better think about and that's across the board for anybody, for anyone. Yeah. Pink can't. We're not going there, Goonies. We're not. Yeah, it's $50. $50. Yes, Sean. It is 50. And what he's saying to all of you is,
put that $50 in my Cash App.
That's what he's saying. He want that 50. He want that $50 in that Cash App. So, yeah. What happened to Andrew and his candles? He was at hawking them candles. I don't know if he's still doing it or not. Yeah. Yeah, and listen here, Rosler. It only takes one person with a bad reaction, and you done open up a whole can of worms that you can't swivel your way out of. So, it's like, no, I don't think anyone is hating, but, it's kind of sometimes it's hard to get through to William. He's what he believes, and he runs with it. That tough. It was bedazzled. Thought it was kind of cute, I guess. A church fan with some. See, he needs you on his marketing team, Ray. Why don't you go ahead and? No, it depends on who you with, because he don't think you infiltrating, and he that's just the problem. He don't really trust, but I think who he's listening to is keeping him stagnant. They're kind of helping him, but I think William is still going to do what. At the end of the day, I think William is still going to do what he wants to do. Yeah. A girdle, maybe a little girdle. Sell some girdles. He has so many, and I know it's funny because I know what you're saying, Ray, but all of these things are associated with some things that he's done or said, or or how he looks. Even lace fronts. Why not have like a male lace front type of business? Men are not a lot of men are now wearing, I guess they wearing lace fronts and wigs and stuff. Why not have a line with that? Nails. How about nails? Have a line of press-on nails that are your design, and if you too can look like and have nails like William McCray. And listen, yeah, give that tumble. Y'all too much. But hey, listen. My God. Well, again, we watched the deal tonight, but what was real? Let's get into some topics that I came across today. This was extremely. Make sure you hit the like button for me. But before we get into that, look. Our favorite prophet, our favorite king, Arch E. Bernard Jordan, was at DNC yesterday. I don't know if he was there today, but he was there yesterday. And it looks like he's sitting in one of them boxes. Them. Someone said the boxes can go for more as $500,000. But then someone put a comment and said that he is that Al Sharpton is his brother-in-law. I didn't know that Al Sharpton was his brother-in-law. That's what someone put in the comments. So we're assuming that he was there with Al Sharpton, and that because my thing was you and your son was over there prophesying certain things. I was trying to, figure out what these prophecies meant. That did you say that Trump was going to get in again, or did you say Kamala was going to get it? But when I seen him at the DNC, I started saying, well, maybe it's Kamala that is going to be in. Oh, is he trying to be something? Well, he probably is somebody's spiritual. Maybe he's Al Sharpton's spiritual advisor again. I think he was his spiritual advisor at one time. Why he not? Why? Well, going back to William Tashi, you can only tell someone or give someone suggestions, but they have to actually implement them. You can't Dick and Jane them all, from start to finish. Sometimes you just can't do that. Shofar, yes. Goonies, he does really need to log out. You remember what happened when he wasn't sending them T-shirts that people were spending the money still not a receipt? Yeah, like I said, I ain't received my T-shirt either, but I wasn't. I was just sitting in the comment section when people was complaining. I was just going, well, I've been there. Like G Pastor, tap your neighbor and tell them if you've been there. Tell them, I've been there. I've been there. But listen, I didn't care about it. It wasn't like I was going to wear. I bought other people's T-shirts here. I saw one T-shirt that I bought of a content creator the other day. In the trash, it went. Didn't want it. Didn't care about it. When I seen it, I cringed and my skin crawled. And I threw it straightway in the garbage. So it wasn't like I was going to wear it. And then it just had like William on it. And it was kind of weird just to be running around wearing somebody's face. Even my T-shirts and things like that. I don't want them that just have my face on them and y'all running around, with my face on them. I got it. What do you think of when you think of William T? He needs to come up with signature. Tea flavors. Oh, I'm spilling the tea. I'm spilling the lemon tea today. I'm spilling the green tea. Come on, Ray. You better get over there. You better get over there and assist William. That is good. That's real good. Like TK and her wine. Right. Sipping on tea every time he comes. That's true. That would work. I don't think he has that long. Who getting out of here? Somebody getting out of here? My God. Oh, we pray that everybody lives a long life. Yeah. But anyway, yes. So Arch Jordan, I tell you that Jordan, he keep himself everywhere, don't he? Smart man. Now he didn't take Larry with him. Larry didn't have a place over there at the DNC. You couldn't bring your mentee over there. Oh, it's tragic. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, yeah. But yes. So that was good. Now, this was really horrible. Judge Mathis, y'all, is getting a divorce. The wife done said she is done, done. But we had to see it coming. Guess what? Well, guess what they did, y'all? Guess what they did? What did they do that seems to cause divorce every time after the fact? Come on, somebody in the thing, put it in. Right? I know somebody know. What did they do that now it does not surprise us that they're getting a divorce? He may have called her a crackhead. She got tired of being called there you go, Uncle Paul. That damn reality show. That reality. Yes, Uncle Paul. Yes, Ray. That reality. Every time these folks go on a reality show, all of a sudden, it's Splitsville. So when I seen it, I was like, okay, all right. Invited somebody in the bedroom. Well, they have been married a while. People think that stuff. They think they're ready for, but you got to be a special kind of person to, be able to invite someone in your bedroom, someone else, and still be okay with it and still live a nice, wonderful, beautiful married life. A lot of people think they can do it because they horny and they freaky, but when it comes down to it, we know that feelings start getting involved. So all that sounds good. Polyamory sounds that sounds so interesting, don't it? Doesn't it? Yeah. Be poly and we're swingers and we're just open. Now we have an open relationship. Yeah, until somebody start getting some feelings and it goes beyond the sex. Was she waiting for him to retire? Milked all that a good old TV money, and now she's, it is. And we don't listen, Kim. We don't know how long they've been sleeping apart. You know, yeah, but that happens a lot. They may have just be tired of doing that because these people who've been together for a long time, a lot of them haven't slept in the same bed since 1985. So don't let them fool you now. It's just a good arrangement. It's a good look. I mean, you're talking about Mathis, who's a judge. Mathis, who likes to do a lot of motivational speaking. He's connected in Detroit with a lot of the preachers. Greater Grace. I seen him out when I went first time I went to Greater Grace for a music conference in around the 2000 something. I saw Greg Mathis. I sat like there was a person in between me and Judge Mathis. I took a picture with Judge Mathis. I think I got it on my up somewhere. So that day, so that was pretty cool. Where is that picture of Judge Mathis? That house must have had listen, everything paid off. Everybody, he probably gonna have to pay a little alimony. But it is what it is. Mm-hmm. He said he got a mouth, so she may have finally just gotten fed up. Well, that's true too, because he do got a mouth. But I know you a crackhead, ain't you? Yeah. I can tell you a crackhead. Mm-hmm. And see when someone was in the white on the right rock hotel. Well, karma. Everybody loves to throw that word karma. It's karma. It's karma. Listen. There's reaping and sowing. That's just what it is. Kids grown, gone. The one son, he's trying to be America's most adorable gay couple with his lover. His son. So he running around the internet trying to throw him and his love out on everybody. Okay. They'll be broken up in a minute because y'all doing too much. When they do too much, all that, we're so in love and they forever taking a doggone photo shoot and all that. Where they at? Let me see if I can find him. They always doing something. Let me see if I can find Mathis. He's the joy of my salvation. Yes, he is. The joy of my salvation. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. What y'all know about that? Woke me up this morning. Dun-dun. Started me on my way. He's the joy of my salvation. Yes, he is. There's a part. Dun-dun. Oh, yes, he is. There is a river of living water springing up. Look at that keychain. In my soul. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what we got here? Let me take this down. So the son is always running around. Well, we're happy for you, Greg Mathis Jr. We're so happy for you. Yes. You found the love of your life. That was the main part of the reality show. I think they tried to milk that for what it was worth, and it got a little old. And yeah. And Mathis, maybe I don't know. Seemed like Mathis was very happy with him, his son, and his lover, so that was never a problem. So I don't know. Elliot, that's his name. Elliot Cooper. That's him. Elliot Cooper. So I don't think they were fighting over that. That was happy that his parents' family accepted. You said, okay. He doesn't know to just live and be. That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was on the show. He said it to a person that had Parkinson's. Oh, Lord. He thought he called him a crackhead and the man had Parkinson's. Oh, that's tragic. That's too bad. You said you really don't think he accepted his son. He just did for the camera. Well, I don't know. I don't know, Tashi. I have no idea. I don't know. Well, they're always on a photo shoot and throwing it away, throwing their love around. So I don't know. Don't know if he was really happy for him or not. But all I know is they're getting a divorce now, Judge Mathis and his wife. So you're going to be praying for them. We definitely are. That is a shame. Well, Kamala did a great job tonight. And do you think Wooten is mad and the other male chauvinist pigs Gina Pearson says the future is female. That's what old Gina says. What y'all think about y'all? Who want a T-shirt like that? Is the future female or that? I don't know. I don't know if the future is female. I don't know. Are you demasculating the world? What are you saying, Gina? Are you do you want feminine energy all over? And okay, all right. Kim says she want a T-shirt. What y'all think about that, man, in the chat? What do y'all think about this? Should we report this to Bishop Wooten and see what he says about this? Oh yeah, he's working on that message, and immediately he's gonna be up day and night between now and Sunday. Ooh, he is about to rip Kamala to shreds. And I seen that old crazy boy who be hopping around promoting Wooten, and I think he's just a troll at this point. He was over at happy birthday, Jives. Today is Jives' birthday. Did y'all send Jives some money? He was over there trying to raise $2,000. $ King Jives Show. Y'all send him some money. It seemed like he really needed it. So y'all send Jive some money. $ King Jive Show. I sent my little offering in earlier. I don't have a problem. I like to, all the ones who come before St. James and know how to respect St. James. I give you your flowers while you can smell them. Jives has been, a church blogger since forever. So between him and William, they were kind of the main ones. And I'm not sure when Ann Brock started, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it is Jives' birthday. They all have. So, well, I hope so. I just try to. I like to ruffle feathers, but I don't like to pluck them. I won't pluck them. I'll ruffle them a little bit. Tiffany, you wonder what Tiffany had to say. Oh, Tiffany. She was condemning today. She put up a new video talking about Balaam, Beyonce. Well, we know that Beyonce stuff was a lie. She wasn't performing tonight. And even while Kamala was doing her speech, it was going across the internet that her team said no, she was never slighted to perform. But didn't it make y'all tune in? I think that is social media. I think that may be Kamala's team feeding social media outlets to boost the visual for the DNC for tonight. So we never know. That could have been a ploy. Well, Goonie says, technically, we all start off a female. Oh, he done went to a class or two, y'all, because they sure tell you that. They do. Well, Kim says the future of a country is female, but does it have to be? Is this is just like Chucks and Pearls, just another way to promote? Okay, all right. Just a promoting way. All right. But is the future female? Is that biblical, Kim? Huh? That biblical? Yeah, I'm going to call Bishop Wooden. Y'all getting out of hand over here. Y'all getting out of hand. I'm calling Bishop Wooden. But Bishop, we do see Bishop Sheard in the left-hand corner. He is proclaiming his blessings tonight. He was proclaiming his blessings upon Kamala during her speech. And we know it is election season still for the Church of God in Christ. So not only are they saying your vote counts for getting the souls to the polls, but we also need to get the souls to the polls over at the Church of God in Christ convention. So a couple of different interesting elections this year. I was over there at the Heat show. They were talking about how they feel that this was an interesting or weird election for the Church of God in Christ. I don't know. I don't get that too deep in the Church of God in Christ. If y'all want to hear that stuff, I think Shouting Gale and the bishop over there, they do all that. But I'm a surface Church of God in Christ. I'm a surface. I do the surface. I don't get too involved. All right. Yeah. Well, Kim says a lot we do isn't biblical, but it doesn't stop. What you say. All right. Would y'all go there and give Kim one of her female is the future shirts? She can wear that while she's working on them people's mouths. Them people's mouths who come in there and want her to work a miracle. Yeah. But my God, today. But yes, all right, y'all. I'm glad we were able to gather on this evening just to have a smart little watch party from the speech of Kamala Harris. Democracy is definitely on the ballot, y'all. Let's not let any of this stuff sway you. You vote another way, and y'all might be back on the chitlin circuit. That's all you're gonna be able to get some money on the chitlin circuit. All right, down there in the cotton fields. Y'all want to go to the outhouse to pee? You don't know where this stuff can go once it gets in the hand of that Project 2025. Y'all keep on playing. Y'all keep on talking about stimulus checks and did nobody give you nothing. Get your behind out there and work for it. We don't none of us deserve nothing. All right. We deserve what we deserve once we work hard. Oh, I'm sounding a little Republican. Let me not go there. But I got that. I had to school somebody about that stimulus mess today. Got on my nerves. Talk about I'm getting for Trump. Spell Trump. Could you do that? Because I don't think you can. He ain't gave us no stimulus. That was Congress. Okay, just got it while he was in office. Get over it. I got rid of them ants. Ooh, ain't an ant living nowhere. The ants are gone. I sprayed my car down like oof, and then once I opened the doors, aired it out, then I drove it on over to the gas station. Now I'm the gas station, the car wash. I didn't tell him nothing. I said, "Could you please wipe it down really good, and vacuum it really? I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. Got the hell out of there. Yes, I did. She was just on her platform 30 minutes ago. Who was? The cruise? No, not yet. Me and her did talk. We did talk. She is working on that. She's working on our cruise 2025 cruise. We are cruising. Yes, we are. 2025. So as soon as I get, I probably should have it in the next cruiser. Where my information at? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do, cruiser? Where you at? Cruiser? And then I'm gonna have cruiser probably come on and kind of explain some things to you guys. She'll come on the live to make sure all minds are clear. Because let me tell you, there's a lot going on these YouTube streets in regards to people with trips. There was a girl who was supposed to be in Vegas today or tomorrow, and the people were sponsoring her, and they got mad. They got mad at each other, and the woman just snatched that ticket, called Southwest, and canceled the ticket. The girl is just packed up and ready to go nowhere. So there's a lot of weird things going on with these trips. That's why I want everybody to deal directly with the cruise line, the cruise company. So any hiccups or anything, you deal directly with them. You'll get the discount and you get a code, for the St. James Show. But your money and things like that's between you and the cruise line, you and Virgin Cruises. So. And I believe you can go on and make payments and do whatever you need to do throughout the year. So I think it's going to actually be a good time. So hopefully we can have a lot of our saints over here and some of our ain'ts and some of our carnals and some of our spirituals. And we want all y'all to come and cruise with us if you're sane. If you're weird and keep the weird stuff at home. We're not interested. Carnival, I don't know. Does Carnival do kidless cruises? It depends. I don't want a nasty ran down boat. So whatever we can get that is up to par and up to the level of the St. James Show, then we will cruise on it. But that may be an option. I don't know. We're still talking. So I'll see what cruiser would have us to do. No, Carnival allows cheering. Well, then we don't want to go on a family cruise. We want to go on an adult cruise. Yeah. Gotcha. You say you get bad seasickness, but you don't have no faith. We may be able to heal you on that boat. We gonna touch and agree, Nola girl. You may be healed of your seasickness. Just go to go to your doctor and get some medication. You'll probably be sick maybe the first day. They say, I'm just running my mouth like I've ever been on a cruise. And a person who can't sit in the back of the back seat of the car because I'll get a car sick. I'm just running my mouth. So, but I don't know. Where is your faith, Nola girl? What's up, Martrilla York? Good to see you tonight. Where is your faith, Nola girl? Stream up that James Cleveland. Yeah, get some Dramamine. That's what you get. Don't they have like a band you can wear, some kind of copper band or silver band or something that people wear when they go on cruises? It's supposed to help you with your dizziness or equilibrium. I don't know. It helps you with something, I think, when you're on a cruise. So I don't know. There's options out there. So we'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. But I think we'll have some good. Oh, who's this? Oh, Bernard took a picture with Warnock. Raphael Warnock. He preached a good sermon the other night. He was good. Congratulations, Vice President Harris. That's what I'm saying. We will fight. I wish she would take that on Vincent Bohannon's song. She really needs to take that on as her motto. Motion sickness, man. That's what I thought. This is not a Disney cruise. No, it's not a Disney cruise. No. And the only mandatory thing that I'm having for everyone that all the ladies have to wear bikinis and all men we're in our Speedos. So do what you got to do. Govern yourselves accordingly. So all right, you got a year to do. You got a year to be to fall into line. Fall in line. You got a year to fall in line. All right. Kim. Don't tell me about no one piece. With no wraps. No. You said she gonna be watching with children or not. Yeah. Cruiser told me she was live. She showed me she was on a cruise, this past cruise, and she had like happy birthday or something on her door or whatever. The kids done came by and wrote on it, suck my this and this. I said, see, that's why those bad kids on a cruise, spoiled kids on a cruise, running around cutting up. You got a 2.5 piece. Listen. Whatever, get whatever pieces you need. He's losing his mind on Twitter. Yeah, that's what he do. That's what is he on Twitter or is he on his trashy social media app that he got? What they call that mess? Yeah, he's losing his mind. He sees the momentum that Harris is getting, and he's not understanding how to really react to it because, like I said, the shock value of your lies, the shock value of what comes out of your mouth does not shock any. It has no value to it anymore. So like, oh, okay, yeah, you have millions of people at you. Yeah, okay, yeah. We don't even care anymore. We've heard it all. We've been hearing it even when he's not president, so it doesn't make a difference. Oh, he on Twitter. Yeah, he had to go back on Twitter because his little nasty, his little tired app wasn't getting no traction. Let me go to Twitter and see what he's talking about. That little tired app he had wasn't getting no traction. So he had to go back over there where he can get at least somebody to listen to him. Let me see what he on there talking about. 2 hours for all the help support in Georgia, where a win is so important. To say, no, y'all not winning Georgia. Get over it. At the Democratic convention, they said we've got 70 days to act right. After 70 days, we can go back to acting crazy. What they mean is that they want to get elected and then destroy our country with radical left. Oh boy, be quiet. Don't be telling us what they mean. What you mean about they ain't got to vote no more? They ain't gonna have to vote no more. What you mean by that? Orange man. What you gonna do so there's nobody gonna get a chance to vote anymore? Oh, these pictures that they put a picture. Who is this? A picture of Kamala standing in front of, who is this? A Korea or something? Oh boy, please. Tim Walz let Minnesota burn. Kamala has bailed out the ones who lit the matches. Ooh, I tell you, he is like a spoiled little brat. I lost you with the bikinis. Just put on one of them girdles and throw your bikini on. There you go. Yeah, he is going wild. It's okay. Crash out. You're good. Go ahead and crash out. You're good. Oh, man. I appreciate each and every one of you coming through. Really, we just wanted to have a little watch party tonight for the DNC. If you would be so kind to hit that like button for me. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for sharing. Please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you are a member of the St. James Show and the Carnal Church sector. I need you to go over there and be a member. Be a member, a monthly member to both channels, and also $ St. James Show or $ The St. James Show. And if you like all your ways to support this channel, there you go. There you got it right there. There's your CashApp handle, your Zelle handle, your PayPal handle. Take a screenshot and keep it in your phone. All right. And then if you would like to, some of you like to send checks and money orders. I appreciate you as well. Kind of old school. I know how that is. St. James, P.O. Box 25293, Fresno, California, 93729-5293. Look at St. James. Got you all hooked up. There's no excuse why you can't be blessed. Absolutely no excuse why you can't be blessed. I wish I can respond to the ones from Zelle that send me Zelles often, but I really appreciate you. Don't feel like I don't appreciate you. Just like I appreciate each and every one of you who send PayPals. I'm able to. There's a couple of times I can't respond. Like someone sent me something recently and I couldn't respond. Say you cannot respond to this message to this user. So I couldn't respond. But thank you so much for your very generous donation that you sent through PayPal. And also my Zelle people, and of course, CashApp, I try to send you back something to acknowledge your kindness. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, so we are getting out of here. I hope tomorrow is Friday, everybody. Tomorrow is Friday. I have so much to do. I have a lot of packing and things to do here. While you ain't sleep, I should be asleep. Why he ain't sleep? Oh yeah. He's up stressing the rest of that fake blonde hair out. He's stressing himself. I don't know where Jesse is. Jesse probably on a hot date. You know, he be in between dates. He's juggling about 4 or 5 of them. So he's busy. You know, they got him busy on this Thursday night. I'm sure it ain't no homework. I'm sure he's somewhere. Because he hit me up earlier, so he's probably got a hot date somewhere. You know, it is what it is. Everybody ain't able. No, they're not. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful evening tonight. We are getting out of here. And, hey, make sure if you have anything you want to talk to me about, Instagram, The St. James Show, or through email, TheSaintJamesShow@att.net. Let's pray on out of here when we do that.
Father, oh Father, we stretch our hands to thee. No other help we know. If you withdraw yourself from us, Father, oh Father, oh, whether shall we go? So tonight we pray, pass me not, oh gentle Savior. Heal, Hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling. Do let me shine. Lord, do. Lord, do. Don't pass us by. Jesus, we need you, Lord. Jesus, we're crying out to you, Jesus, you are our only help. So tonight, we lift our eyes to you. We look unto you, the author and finisher of our faith. Jesus, have your way in the room. Jesus, we want to thank you tonight for every open door in the realm of the Spirit. Jesus.